Hi, welcome to another list for you to get a clue, casual gamer, about something new. Well, as we get closer and closer to Christmas and me with my t-shirts and all this fun stuff around me, today we're going to look at a list of games that will fit in a stocking. Stocking stuffers. Thank you, Mom, for making me this stocking, 40 years ago. It's like, at least. This is my stocking, and this is my baby girl's stocking. And we are going to see what kind of things we can find amongst all these games that would make great game stocking stuffers. We're going to look at a list of 20 game stocking stuffers. And I got my list here. So, criteria was, this is kind of weird. I needed to be able to hold it and flip it one-handed. That meant in my mind, that meant it was small enough to fit into a stocking. And then from there, I looked up their price, their rating by multiple people, and the difficulty rating that multiple people gave it. And and actually then I added all those numbers together and put them into an order from 20 down to 1. And at the end, I will let you know which. I looked at this list personally. I own them all. So if you're looking for a stocking stuffer for me, these aren't them, because these are mine. And I own them all. I like them all to different degrees, different tastes for different folks. But I will tell you which look like right this moment are my 3 favorite out of this list. And I'll let you know that after I tell you a little bit about all of these. There are 5 that I have not played yet. There are 5 on this list that I have not played yet, but there's so many good things being said about them. I decided I'd put them on the list anyway. So let's begin with number 20. We're not going to go through the whole CLUE, getting a clue about each of these. Again, like I've said in others, you don't want to be here for a couple hours while I talk about 20 different games. But I will give you just a little comment about it. And if I've mentioned it in another video, I will tell you, and you can find it in either the card only games, or small box big game lists, or maybe its own video, because some of them I might have done its own video. So let's get started. Oh, by the way, happy Advent. We got first day of Advent. Okay, number 20. Let me find it. Okay. This one is representing all of them. Okay. This is Holiday Flux, but it's representing all of the Fluxx games. Fluxx games. Yes, I can twirl it, even though it's getting late and it's kind of a little awkward. But Fluxx games are games that are constantly in flux. Their rules change depending on what card you play. If you have a card that changes a rule and you play that card, instantly that rule is changed to the new card. And now, rather than picking up one card, drawing one card, you have to draw 3 cards. And rather than having any number of cards in your hand. Now you can only have 5 in your hand. It's a game that is always in flux. And of course, no two games are going to be alike. But what I like about this also is there are so many different themed Flux games. And they tend to run around $10 to $15. 15 being the retail price. Sometimes you can get some of them on a little bit cheaper. But I mean, I'm talking about Zombie and Fairy Tale and Firefly and Doctor Who and Zombies and Oz. And I mean, there's so many different themed Flux. Find a theme that your person likes and get them a Flux game, and it is a great stocking stuffer. It shouldn't be more than $15. That's the retail price. Okay, so that is number 20. Number 19. This is a travel version of a game that I have done a video on, so you can look at that to learn about the game. But this is the travel Qwirkle. Yes, this is the entire Qwirkle game in one little zipper pouch. They're all in there, and that's enough for 2 to 4 players. This, a wonderful compact, and it's not even completely full, so yes, you can squish it into a stocking. Qwirkle is a tile laying game where you're either putting the same design in all different colors, there's 6 colors, or you're doing 6 designs. Let's see, on the side we can see that 6 designs all in the same color. It's either all in the same color, different designs, or all different colors, same design. And it's like you lay it down. It's kind of like a cross between dominoes and Scrabble. You know, you're just kind of laying them down like that. And this was $15. And so this is number 19, Qwirkle. Number 18 is the unusual one, and I did mention this in the card video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but it's called Fallen Angels. Yeah, it's not a great Christmassy theme, but it is a game where you are, it's a deduction game, where a cooperative deduction game, or you're trying to convict these malfeasant people, actual mugshots from Australia in the early 20th century. Yeah, I explained it a little bit more in the other video, but it is a deduction game. It's the thinkiest game out of all of these. This is the one that is the thinkiest, the heaviest gameplay. But it is a great game, especially with 3 or 4 players. At least 3 or 4. It goes up to 6. Yeah, the more the merrier. 2 is it would be a little bit more difficult. I would say 4 to 6 would be optimal. So I'm hoping to play this at Christmas when I get all my nieces and nephews who are all in like college and 20s. So if I can get them together and have a game of Fallen Angels, I think that would be kind of cool. This is number 18, Fallen Angels. And yes, I can twirl it, but I gotta be careful because it opens from the bottom. So yes, Fallen Angels, number 18. Number 17. And I think I put these upside down. I just realized that I've got these all upside down, but that's okay. I will get down to number 17, which is 12 Days, which is a Christmas themed, and I talk about it in the 12 Games of Christmas video. 12 Days is number 17, and it is a set collection game, and cards, only cards, and yes, I can twirl it. Yes, I think it'd be a great stocking stuffer, but I will give you a heads up. This is the most expensive out of all of the games, and it's not as easy to find. I went straight to the publisher's website, which is Calliope Games. They and bought it there. It's $20. It's not it's the most expensive out of all of these. So that's my cap, and it's the only one that was $20. I have one that's Qwirkle Travel was 18. No, was that? Oh, it was 18, not 15. Oh no, I paid 15 for it, but I bought it at Barnes and Noble, and but online it was 18. But yeah, I got it for 15 at Barnes and Noble. So heads up. So anyway, this is 12 days. It is the 12 days of Christmas is the theme of the artwork, and it's basically a set collection game. You're collecting sets like in Rummy. You're collecting sets and trying to have, and it's a trick-taking game like Rook is a trick-taking game. So 12 days, number 17. Number 16, making sure because it's kind of like, oh no, where's 16? Oh, there it is. Okay, 16 is Rolling America. And this one is really easy to twirl. It's not going to open up anyway because this is a magnetic closure. And so it closes really nice. This is a roll and write. Roll and writes, remember, if you've seen any of my videos, when I talk about roll and writes, the grandfather roll and writes, Yahtzee. You roll dice, you write something down. That's a roll and write. And the pads here are have the United States there and those dice, and that's basically it. You are throwing the dice and putting in different numbers in the different areas of the actually, is it? Yeah, they've got, it looks like they have all the states there. Cubism, but states. Anyway, this is one that I have not played yet because I just found it today at Five Below. I found it for $4.99 at Five Below. It's most places you're going to pay $10 for it. But if your Five Below has them, they had like 10 or 12 of them there. I was like absolutely floored because Game Right is a hobby game thing, and Rolling America is one that has been on my radar for over a year now, and it was like for $4.99. Oh yeah, I got it, and it's great for a stocking stuffer. For sure at that price, but even at $10, which is its normal retail, it's a complete game in a nice little compact box. So that was finding it. Number 16. Number 15 is another Christmas theme, and it is mentioned in my 12 Games of Christmas video, and it's Christmas lights. And Christmas lights, it's also one that I have. You can buy it on Amazon. You also can buy it at 25th Century Games website as well. That's the publisher of this. Christmas lights, and I talk about it in the video, is a little bit, well, the first game, the main game that it's for, is a little quirky in that you are not looking at your cards. Everyone else sees your cards and you see their cards, but no one can see their own cards. But there are ways of figuring out what your cards are in the game so that you can try and win the game. So but the other nice thing about this is it comes with a book with another 11 games that you can use these cards for. So bang for your buck, you get 12 games that are fit in a stocking. I can twirl it for one price. Let me double check and see what it is. $10. $10. You can get this. It was on sale a couple weeks ago for $9, but I went online and checked all these prices today, and it's $10 today. So it's back to retail, which is $10. So that is number, let me find it again because I keep on losing it, 15. Number 15. Okay, let me get some of these out of the way here. Number 14. Number 14 is actually one that I gifted to my niece and her husband when they got married earlier this year. It's a two-player game. It's a cooperative two-player trick-taking game. Tongue twister there. A two-player trick-taking card game. The Fox and the Forest. They have come out with Fox and the Forest Duet. I have not played it. I don't understand why they came up with another two-player game. I don't know how it's different, so I can't tell you. But this one's first of all, it's cooperative. You're working together. The two of you are working together to get the right, or is it not? Wait a minute. No, it's not cooperative. No, that's right. I'm thinking cooperative, but it's not cooperative. You're trying to get the most points over the other person, and but you can't win all the tricks. If you win too many tricks, you get less points. But if you get just the sweets, if you don't get enough tricks, you don't get enough points. But if you get right in the middle there, a certain number, like between 3 and 6 or something like that, you get the most points. So the key is to win tricks, but not too many. And if you notice that your opponent has one, is like one away from having too many, that's when strategy for you is give them a couple extras, work it so that you lose a couple more and they win, and that way you end up with more points than they do. It's a cool game. Fox and the Forest is a two-player game, a trick-taking game, like Rook. You're taking tricks, but it's small, compact, stocking stuffer, and it comes in at around $15. Retail is $15. If you can get it on sale, great, but retail is $15, so that's the most you're going to pay is $15. Number 13 is the game. This one, the box is a little looser, so I need to be a little bit more careful when I twirl it. Anyway, the game, Are You Ready to Play, is the full name. It's really small there. I do talk about this in the card game only, the card only game video I made. And basically, you are trying to get rid of your cards. This one, I'm pretty sure it's been about a month since I played it. I'm pretty sure it's cooperative. Yeah, it's cooperative. You have numbers 1 through 100, and well, actually 2 through 99. There's two ones and 2 100s, and the ones you have to go up or ascending order, and from 100 you have to go in descending order. And between everybody, you're trying to put down the best card so that between those 4 rows, at the end, the winning thing is to end up with all the cards laid down in their numerical order. So that is the game, and it comes in at $13. Pandasaurus is the maker of it. Great game, great stocking stuffer, simple game. I mean, if you can count from 1 to 100 or 100 to 1, you can play this game. Number 13. Number 12. Number 12 is Bandido. Bandido or Bandido in English. But Bandido means bandit. It's bandit in Spanish. Bandido is in jail. And the game is, his jail will either have, depending on which part you use. I didn't talk too much about him in the card only thing. I did, but I didn't do too much. This is the beginning tile. This is the easy side where he has 5 tunnels started. The hard side has 6 tunnels started. The goal of everybody working together is to close off all the entrances, but you have to use the cards that are in your hand to do it. Like this would be a complete stop. There's some guy with, a guard with a flashlight. Can't go down that rail. So that's it. Now, this little box, yes, it's tiny, tiny box here. Great stocking stuffer size, but it is a table hog. It depends on how quickly you can close up those tunnels and keep him from being able to escape. It can spread on a table all these cards. It just depends on how quickly and how the cards work out to how quickly you can close off all the entrances or exits or whatever. And so that's Bandido, number 12. Okay, now we come to number 11. Number 11. And actually I want to talk about number 11 and number 10 together. Number 11, number 10. Number 11 is shh, and number 10 is hue. Both of them are with the size of an old size of chewing gum. They're called Paco Games. If you search online, search up Paco Games, all one word, pacogames.com. Or you can, there are 16 different ones, okay? Now the favorite of most people is the one called Lie, L-I-E, Lie, and you are bluffing and lying. I'm not a big bluffing game person, so I skipped that one. And these I think were number 5 and 6 out of 16. These are 2 that I have not played. I just got them at Barnes & Noble. They have a whole pile. This is a silent cooperative word game, and the whole game is in this pack. And this is a colorful tile game, and the whole game is in this little box. These are the kind of games that you can stick in your purse, ladies, and always have a game with you. These tiny little things are a full game. It's a card game that plays out and takes up absolutely hardly any space at all, and they cost $4.99. $4.99 for a full game that easily fits in a stocking and easily fits in a pocket or a purse or a backpack. I mean, you can always have a game with you if you have a Paco games. Shh and hue. 11 and 10 on my list. Now we jump to number 9. Number 9 is Silver and Gold. Silver and Gold is a flip and write. I love it. You get cards that you actually write on with wipe off markers, and basically you're just Xing out Tetris shaped things. Like a card would come up like that, and so you cross off 3 down and 1 over on one of your little cards there. That's the basic part of the game. It's a flip and write. Again, it's in the roll and write genre. family of games, but it actually, you flip cards instead of roll dice. But it's like Yahtzee in that way that you're flipping and writing. And what I like about it also is that everyone is using the same shape. They have different cards in front of them, but that same shape they get to X out. There's no downtime in this game. Now, this is probably my biggest, widest game, but I can still flip it barely. You might have to stretch your stocking a little to get it in. I mean, it fits in mine. It would fit in mine. There you go. You know, it just whoosh. So it might make a little square look, but it's there. Silver and Gold is a great game. It is very well acclaimed, and it's coming in at $14. $14. And like I say, it comes with the markers. It comes with everything you need for the game, all in this nice little compact box. Silver and Gold. And I do talk about it. I'm pretty sure I talk about it. Well, I know I talked about it in the Roll and Write video that I made back a year ago, this past January, at the beginning of 2021. I talk about it a bunch in there. So, Silver and Gold. That was number 9. Number 8 is actually, it started off as a gamer, a hobbyist game, but many years ago, like, you know, a couple decades ago, it ended up being, you know, made by Mattel, and so it became a mass market game. Basically, it is a mass market game. None of these others are, but this definitely is. It's Blink. And again, I can flip it, so there we go. It's the right size. Blink is very similar to the game Set, which it is a hobby game, and remains so, even though it's been available at, in fact, where is it? I have it around here somewhere. I'm seeing everything, but, oh, there it is. I'll do this, but it's too big for the stocking thing. But Set, where you've got colors and shapes, and you're having to get rid of your cards, but they have to have something in common with the one that's just been placed. So if it's like here we have a star. Oh, let's see. There's 3 here and there's 3 here. So that would be able to be followed. This is blue, blue, so that could be followed. Teardrop, teardrop, that could be followed. So it's in the blink of an eye. It's a fast-paced game. If you like fast-paced games, this is a good game. If you don't like fast-paced games, this is not a good game for you. But at a blink of an eye, you can get rid of your cards as fast as you can. And this is number 8, and because it's become mass market, yeah, this box is kind of cheapy and all, but it costs $6. $6. It's not the cheapest thing here, but it's the next to the cheapest. $6 for Blink, number 8. Number 8. Number 7. Number 7 is not a game, but I put it in this category anyway because it fits the criteria of being able to flip it, and it does have something to do with games. It has to do with the game Ticket to Ride. A couple months ago, Asmodee in Days of Wonder, who are the makers of Ticket to Ride, created this set of trains, because when you buy the box, the big box of Ticket to Ride or Ticket to Ride Europe, it comes with all the trains. You need 5 different colors of trains, but they came out with this set of pink trains for $5. and they can work either in the America box or the Europe box game. And it just adds a different color, a pink color, and $2 of every $5 that it costs, $2 goes to breast cancer research. So it's kind of a cool thing, and who doesn't want to at least to have pink as an option when you're playing Ticket to Ride? And so this is number 7, Ticket to Ride, pink trains. There you go. You see the little plastic trains, oops, for Ticket to Ride. And $5 and $2 goes to breast cancer research. So that's my number 7. Number 6 is Ohanami. Ohanami is another card game, and I've talked about it before. Beautiful artwork, beautiful cherry blossoms, and weeping willows, and all that fun stuff, and waterfalls. My brain went dead. You basically, it's a draft garden season after season, and you'll need to know which cards to keep and which cards to offer to your opponents. It's made by the same people who made the game. It's another Pandasaurus game. See, Pandasaurus, the game. It's the same size, same boxing, and it's just a beautiful collecting game. You need to, you're passing cards around, but placing 2 down and then passing and getting the ones from next to you, pick 2 out of that, place them down and pass the rest, and you do that until and you have to have ascending and descending order. Again, if you know how to count from 1 to, I think it's 60, might be the highest number. I think it is. Or no, maybe 120, because I see 116 there. So it must be 120. There's 120 cards. So the numbers are there one time. So anyway, Ohanami is a very pretty, and again, it can be a pretty relaxing game once you know it and you get the rhythm of it. And it's like you just get your cards, you pick 2, you place them in some sort of numerical order on your up to 3 piles, and you pass the rest, and you get the ones from your neighbor, and you look at those and you pick out 2 and you place them down and you pass them, and you get it's just, it can be a very relaxing game. It is competitive, but it is relaxing. Ohanami, number 6. Number 5. Have I switched over to this side yet? Hold on. 5. No, not yet. Ah, there it is. I still have one more over here. Same company, Pandasaurus, same size box. Look at that box. Look at that box. Same size box. They like that size box for their card games. Is Illusion. Illusion is a game where you are trying to decide by looking at the picture. There's a color that's been assigned to that specific round, and let's say it's blue. And so each card in order needs to have more blue in it. You can move some apart and stick a card in the middle. That's fine. But if you get to the point where somebody goes, I don't think so. I think that has more than the one after it. And so then you turn them all over, and if they're right, they get the little arrow card, and that's worth a point at the end of the game. And so it's no colorblind. You can't play this game. It's very color specific. You have to be able to differentiate between the red, blue, yellow, and green. Those are the main colors that you're going to see in these cards. So you have to be able to tell those apart well enough, especially between the blue and the green, because those could be the hardest to differentiate. But As long as you're not colorblind, this is a very easy game. It can be played, I mean, kids can play it. I mean, all they have to do is know their five colors, or four colors, red, yellow, blue, and green, 4 colors. That's all you need. And to be able to tell you if they think it's got more or less of that color. Simple. And it comes in at around $12. Okay. Did I mention the previous one's price? Ohanami comes in at $15. Sorry, I have not been telling you all these prices. Ohanami was $15, Illusion is $12. Now we get to number 4. And I actually have 2 copies of this one. I have my Christmas one, and I have a Mickey one. Actually, I got the Mickey one on half price sale today. Woo woo. So we got the Santa one and the Mickey one. Something Wild. There are all different ones. Again, they have different themes, different characters. It's by Funko Pop Company, and they play similar. You can actually mix 2 sets together and play that way with the 2 characters. Yes, you actually use the little character as part of the game. This is one of the games that I have not played yet, so I can't tell you too much about it, except I was looking at it. It comes with cards that have goals for you to achieve, and then you have these cards, the colored cards with the characters on it, to help you achieve these goals. It's kind of like a set collection, not necessarily all green or all blue, but it could be 2 blues and 2 yellows. It could be something as simple as that. So those are the kind of goals that you would find in it. It's not ultra difficult. It's medium light, kind of the range of Rummy, in that range. Something Wild, and you pick whichever Something Wild you prefer, and they come in at $8. They are very inexpensive. Well, you can do 8 to 15. I think 15 is the retail, but you can find them on sale here and there, depending on what's going on in the market that week. So anyway, that is Something Wild, our number 4. Number 3 is, I just moved stuff around, so where did I put it? There it is, right in front of me, is Sushi Go. Sushi Go comes in a tin, so it's a little bit heavier. Not Sushi Go Party, because Sushi Go Party is like that big. That's not going to fit in a stocking, but Sushi Go will fit in a stocking. A very easy Game Right. They are the same company that makes those other ones that are done by Game Right. I just had them. Oh yeah, the Qwixx and Rolling America are Game Right games as well. So Sushi Go is a Game Right game, and you're trying to create the best layout of sushi to end up with the best score at the end of the game. It's a very simple game, very easy to pick up and to learn, and a lot of people suggest getting Sushi Go Party because it gives you more to work with, more selections, and I think you can play up to 8 players with Sushi Go Party. This, you can only play up to 5 players, but I think that's pretty good for a small box like this, 2 to 5 players. And it's like a 15-minute game. I mean, none of these games is a long game. They're all short and sweet and let's have some fun kind of games. But it's cute. The artwork is really cute. All the little sushi and the sashimi and the nigiri and all that fun stuff. Anyway, Sushi Go, and runs around $8. That's the other thing. This runs around just under $8. I have not seen it for over $8. Sushi Go Party, the big one, usually sells for around 20. I saw it for 22 today. So get this one and figure out if you really, really like it. And if you do, then you can get the party one and combine them. I mean, really, it's just a bunch of cards, basically. So, Sushi Go, number 3. Number 2, I'm making sure before I show it. Yep. Qwixx. That's why I hadn't seen it yet. I had talked to you about Game Right here, and Rolling America, and Qwixx. Game Right. It's another Game Right. And this is another one with a little magnetic closure. And it is a roll and write. A roll and write. Very easy game. Very easy game to learn and to teach. And basically you're rolling dice, and red and yellow are ascending, green and blue are descending in numbers from 1 to 12, from 12 to 1, and you're just Xing out squares as depending on what the dice give you to offer to write down. Very easy game, very quick, and also no more than $8. I have not seen it for more than $8. Now, of course, with the new year, prices might be going up, but for Christmas, for stocking stuffers, great size, great game, great price, number 2. And number 1 is very compact, and it comes in, they have come up with new versions of it. So if you're not wanting the original Love Letter game, you can get the Marvel Infinity Stone version, but it's just cards and some tokens and the directions, the instructions, and that's the game. And it goes in here, and I do believe it plays up to 6 people. It can play it. I think 3 is a good number. 3 people, it's not so spread out and so stretched, the few cards that you have. I talk about it in the card game, in the small package big game video. It's let me find out. It runs around $12. But like I say, there are at least 3 or 4 different versions of it. The other versions will say Infinity Stone, or Love Letter Infinity Stone. They will always have Love Letter as part of the title. But this is the original Love Letter. You are just trying to win the favor of the princess and not get kicked out of the game, because it is an elimination game. But the game is like 5 minutes long, and then you reset and start again. So if you get eliminated, like I was, the first time I played it, I never had a turn. I got eliminated before my first turn. Not good. But the game was over before I could even get up and go get a drink out of the refrigerator. It was done, and they were ready to start another one. So it's a very simple, very quick game, and obviously very easy to stick into a stocking. You don't even have to wrap it. Just take it out of the packaging and stick it in like this, and you already have a nice little velvety pouch that goes really well with Christmas. Anyway, that's number 1, Love Letter. I wanted to mention 2 other items. You can always get a different Christmas themed card game of some sort. There's all kinds of different, whoops, sorry honey. My dog is laying down here next to me, keeping me company. This one, the Pass the Ugly Sweater, I talk about this in my 12 Games of Christmas. Make sure you watch that before you buy this one, because I tell you where not to buy it. Okay? You check that one out. But it's just a simple little game. It's really old maid. You just don't want to have the sweater instead of the old maid. It's the ugly sweater game. Pass the ugly sweater. And you can always, and get a deck of cards. Pick a theme that they like and get them a deck of cards and stick it in there. I know that's not a gaming thing, but there's a lot of games that can be played with a deck of cards. So I am not going to say no to a deck of cards. And of course, I pulled out my little Charlie Brown Christmas deck because I have a lot of different themed cards. So that's it. Those are 22 concepts, ideas, mostly card games, that would make great stocking stuffers. They would fit in there, and budget-wise, they are reasonable. There's some that are a little bit more than others. You might want to use those as a gift, and some of the cheaper ones as the stocking stuffer. That's all up to you. Hey, it's your Christmas present, not mine. And have fun stuffing some stockings with some fun. God bless you. Merry Christmas. Happy Advent. And actually today is the first night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah. And until later, happy gaming. Bye.